good morning, and welcome to one and all to today's edition of Island Tea. It's Tuesday, yes. Choose to do something nice, choose to be good to yourself. Just choose to be good on this lovely Tuesday morning. Good morning to the Federation of St. Kitts and Nevis, the regional and international diaspora, and good morning to you, Jamsta. How are you doing?
Hey, I'm good. I'm good. Just having some tea over here.
Okay.
Actual tea.
Well, while you were having tea, I got some hot tea that I think I should spill.
Spill the tea.
This morning.
Spill the tea.
When I checked my phone this morning, because of course I didn't see this last night, I see some items are highlighted from the budget we had yesterday.
I knew we were going to start with that.
Yeah,
so
and I see the building materials reset, building thrive incentive extended to December 31st, 2025.
The building what?
Build and thrive incentive. So the
Okay.
building materials reset is the overall heading.
Oh, I never even heard about that.
Yeah,
Go ahead.
and it's it's the build and thrive incentive extended to December 31st, 2025. So for renovations and repairs up to EC 500,000, no duty, no import duty, no custom service charge, and reduced VAT to 13%. Now, with this reduced VAT, there was a question that was asking, who's going to pay that 4%? There's also the VAT relief holiday, and its value-added tax VAT reduced from 17% to 13% for the first 6 months of 2025. So this goes until January to June. Then there's the budget boost wallet. Eligible individuals earning $5,000 or less. So that means you earn $5,000 or less per month will receive $250 per month for the first 6 months of 2025.
5,000 or less?
Yeah.
But
so you have to be making 5,000.
But why would someone
But
why would someone making 5,000 need $250?
Because the cost of living high. Very, very high, Jam. So I was to tell you the other day, I went back to the store and I was like, what is this? I know, see what everybody's complaining about. It's ridiculous. Imagine bell peppers that we used to get 3 or 4 in a pack for like 8 something. It's now almost $17.
Yeah.
And we need it, so we have to buy it.
Oh, you buy the bag with the small ones?
No.
Oh.
The ones that
the
Best Buy puts out
ones.
in the packs.
Okay.
Yeah, because I like Best Buy.
They're so expensive,
They're lovely, yeah.
They've gotten expensive, yeah.
So buy the single one is the next story that somebody told me in the supermarket. They take the stock off so it will weigh less. Do you see the lengths people are going to save money?
People take the stocks off?
Yeah.
Before they take them up?
Before they take them up because it weighs less.
Not much difference, but anyway.
Yeah.
Okay.
Then there's a national minimum wage increase. So further increase on national minimum wage to $500 per week.
And that's going to happen in July, right?
Till in July, though. Why not give us this for January, too?
They already promised July. I mean,
you can't just... so they're just keeping it.
That was promised. You can't just move around stuff because people don't like it, right?
I guess. And they say, and as I said, the question said, how much will the 4% VAT reduction, the building materials tax concession, and the $250 per month handout cost? And how will they be funded? Has there been any explanation of how the reduced CBI revenues will be replaced in order to fund 2025 spending? Now, I didn't listen to the whole... I didn't listen to any part of it. I swear I didn't have time.
It just sounds very odd to hear. I mean, that's... it's kind of... excuse me. It's kind of regressive, though, right? Because if you're going to say people earning less than $5,000 going to get $250, I feel like there should be a sliding scale. So if you're working for less than $2,000, okay, if $250 is your ceiling, then the $250 should be people who are working less than, say less than $1,500, less than $2,000, and those other people, I don't know, $100. But then that's kind of, then what's the point? You're making $5,000 and you're going to die if you don't get an extra 100. I mean, there's something wrong, right?
But I think it's a cost of living because, Jamsa, what $500 could have done for 3 people in a household, 3 adults before, it can't do it now. By the time you buy like 4 or 5 things. That is it.
That's true, but that's
But
not
then the 250
necessary.
isn't even much anyway.
But it's not necessarily the government's fault, though.
No,
I mean,
it's
if you're
not.
working
It's
for
not.
if you're working for $5,000, and an extra 250 is life or death. I mean, something is wrong, and you can't blame the government for that.
No, you can't. We can't blame government for anything because we shouldn't be.
I don't know.
dependent on
I
them because
rationalize things.
It's our monies that
I find
fund
that
whatever happens.
I find that I rationalize things differently to most people because
A 500 would have worked
You know?
better, huh?
yeah, it's like I see some Chinese cars on sale here, right?
Mm-hmm.
And the price is different. In some cases, at least from what I saw,
Mm-hmm.
might range from $2,000 to $8,000. And I'm like, let me spend the extra $8,000 and buy a known quantity from Nissan, Kia, Hyundai, Toyota. But some people are like, oh, all the C's, oh, I'm saving money. They don't consider the other factors.
Yeah. How long it's going to last, etc.
Yeah, they don't consider the fact that Chinese cars are an unknown quantity.
Mm-hmm.
Or maybe a known quantity, at least in other commodities.
Mm-hmm.
Stuff breaks really quick, right? So I look at things differently. I look at value for money. Empiricals like what happens with all the Chinese goods? Now you're gonna spend all that money on a car, and say you're spending $150,000 in a car, but there's a Chinese choice. It costs $8,000 less. Let me try that. No, not me. Let me spend the $8,000 and have a little more peace of mind. I think that's reasonable. So it's like similarly, I don't understand why people are in a tizzy because the government hasn't paid double salary and I'm not carrying water for them, as you know. I'm just calling it as I see it. I really think people concentrate on the wrong things. Yeah, it would be nice. It would be nice to get an extra salary or get a bonus or whatever. But did anyone even listen? The overlong budget address? It was too long, really. But did anyone listen to get a sense of the overall picture and the overall prospects for the coming year? No, all people listening was to hear. I mean,
Money's.
Come on, man. Are we children? I don't know.
Well, at the end of the day, everybody want to feel special and everybody wants a gift. So I guess everybody was listening to hear about their gift.
And we see that the Americans are the same way because
The whole world is the same way, Jamsta.
You see that guy did all that crap when he was president. You see him do all sorts of bizarre things during the campaign.
And you put him back in because he had. You said he had more money fluctuating in the country.
I don't understand people.
All around the world. It's the same thing in the UK. They're complaining.
It's very strange.
They are complaining. I hear the NIS is in shambles. A lot of things are happening in these countries, but see, we don't pay attention to
y'all need to
like
pay
that.
attention to the correct things, people. The most important things. Yeah, everyone is disappointed that you're not getting a bonus, we're not getting a dividend, we're not getting a double salary. So what? Tighten your belt. Spend less money. Jesus.
But how we can't spend less money? You know why too? Because
Prime Minister is not obligated to give us. The government.
No, he's not obligated to give us anything. But we can't spend less money because the prices are going up in products. And our salaries are stagnant.
And he can't. There's not much he can do. Similarly, not much Biden or Trump can do.
Nobody can do anything.
Do you realize Trump said, "Oh, I'm gonna make I think he said he's gonna make the cost of food and so on."
But
and then he turned around and said, it's gonna be after he. I think last week.
Wasn't that? I was wondering if that was AI or if that was real.
He did say it. It was reported that it's gonna be hard. He said it's gonna be hard to bring it down once it goes up. People try and get that through your thick skulls.
There can't do anything.
There is not much the Prime Minister, Biden or Trump can do about. Listen, they can drill all they want. If the oil price is the oil price, all the drilling and people have to understand that. Take for example, Trump wants to double down on drilling, which is good.
Oh boy!
But it is a little more expensive. It is a little more expensive drilling in the U.S. So when you're spending all that money to ramp up drilling, especially with the fracking, and so it's a very expensive and messy process. You're asking people to spend all this money for what might end up being a per barrel price, which doesn't really make sense.
Mm-hmm.
So this is people have to understand there are a lot of things. There are a lot of things that make the economy work, and one man can't get up and decide. They're not God. Biden, Trump, Drew, they're not God. They can't make.
They would love to try.
They can't make low prices. They can do certain things, obviously, but
even the cheaper things that come in, eventually those cheaper things get a price hike too. It's not just the Kellogg's, and I'm just picking names so brands don't get me.
Someone says that something's not true. I wonder what I said that's not true. How about not giving cryptic comments? What's not true?
Exactly.
Peaceful. I'm going to be less than peaceful because I don't want cryptic comments. Please tell me what's not true.
A commenter says Dr. Drew should just call it a day and ask the GG to resolve Parliament and call elections. But if he does this, can the next person fix what is happening? It's going to get worse for them because things are going to get harder. As I tell people, Trump came into the White House and he got a big, fancy, fat 8-year surplus that Mr. Obama left there. That's why he had so much to give away. That's why he allowed the other folks to hold on to their monies, etc., etc.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't think it's going to be the same time this time around. That's why he's already retracting on some of the stuff he said, because I'm guessing persons are telling him, look at the climate, look what's happening.
Yes.
And
expect more of the same.
and if he does the mass deportation, all of those persons that works in the farms and the dairy industry and all of that, it's going to be problems because the average American isn't going to want to go there and do that. So I don't know if he thinks what he says or what he campaigns on made a lot of sense, because those people have been supplying him. He himself had people working at his golf club, etc., etc. So what nonsense is he talking about?
Listen,
now?
do you realize some of the worst traits humanity can display?
Mm-hmm.
Trump can be the picture next to the definition in the dictionary and the encyclopedia. Hypocrite and a whole bunch of other things. Oh my God.
Very much so.
Don't get me started.
Yep. And we don't want to get started too much because Cleo is going to come for us.
Mm-hmm. And then, the outrage industrial complex will say, oh, why are you guys always talking about Trump?
We don't always talk about it. It just happened this morning.
Why don't you put some blows on Drew? No.
But what blows can we put on him? What much can he do?
Well,
they're reliant on us to do half of the things that they're doing.
There are people who feel like we don't talk about politics enough.
No, but
believe it or not.
Yeah, but we have
Kamal said he's on his way down. Oh, by the way, yes. So we're gonna have Kamal at 8:30. The doctor is taking her Christmas vacation, so no weekly dose today.
Until next year.
Kamal had offered me about 2 weeks ago to come in, because I told him after the eliminations, right?
Mm-hmm.
I said, Kamal, I don't really understand your song, and he said he had offered to come and explain it. So, and then the plot thickened when he released his second song.
Oh boy!
Which
good morning.
Yes. Good morning, Cleo. What's up?
Good morning. How are you doing, caller?
Mm-hmm.
I'm good. Poor you guys.
See what I said? I wasn't far off.
Clear. I only called because he called my name,
Yeah.
When aligned with Trump. I am not a Trump supporter now. Voter.
You're not? Really?
I am not. I don't.
Kind of.
Yeah, she said she don't vote. She said she doesn't vote.
Okay.
I don't expect anything to change. I am not looking for Trump for anything. I'm looking up. How the world is going on right now, I am trying to focus on things above. Mm-hmm. Okay, not things below down here.
Okay.
It's not going to get any better. I know my Bible. Things is not going to get any better. The clock is getting ready to strike.
Mm-hmm.
Yes, clear.
I'm not focusing on Trump and all that, but now let's get to the Prime Minister, okay?
Mm-hmm.
Who had the long hullabaloo long song and dance and ring around the rosy, all kind of punishment. Why you gotta put these people that think it's to suffer? So why you gotta punish the people with that long 5 hour and nothing? Just all the people wanted to know if they were gonna get the double salary. You ain't planning on giving them. If you're gonna give the people, just tell the people now.
Well, there's
okay.
listen,
He's talking about the economy is good. If the economy is so good, now that Dougie give the country 17% VAT, and his claim was the IMF. We not under the IMF anymore. Don't tease people with carrots. Take off leave it as 13% VAT forever. If you really want to do something, leave it at 13%. If you could take it off for 6 months, it should be able to come off permanently. It should be able to stay like that permanently.
But clear. Look at it this way, right? I've said before. I'm going to use an analogy, a real world analogy. I have said before that perhaps one of the things that could be done to encourage more inter-island tourism, right, is perhaps, no, you've heard that, for example, a Leah ticket, I mean, Kay can tell you, a Leah ticket, most of the ticket is government taxes, right? Mm-hmm. So I have actually said at one point, why don't governments at least try and reduce or remove some of the taxes for a period, 6 months? I think I said 6 months, 9 months, and see what happens. And then you decide, okay, maybe we can leave it because maybe the increase in travel offset the proportionately less income, right? So no, maybe this is a sort of, it could be they're trying something and maybe they're trying to see what would happen if they reduce the VAT for 6 months. So I'll give them the benefit. I give them the benefit of the doubt. There's at least, listen, he's trying to offset the disappointment with other things. I mean, can't y'all at least give him that?
No, but that's just a tease for people. And here's the other problem, right? Okay, you put the VAT for 13% for 6 months. The problem also, the big problem is import taxes that killer. No, people can't, if anybody wants to try to do a little business for themselves, to import stuff is ridiculous to the roof. So people cannot get a break no matter how they try. They just can't seem to get a break. But all this is when you have people, leaders without vision. They're killing people. They know where the problem is.
Well, you
think they don't know where the problem is, and you think the problem can't be solved?
Well, you kind of have a point there, because I was told by my broker friend that the way they calculate the taxes and the way they add VAT is not very straightforward. Like, it seems as though you pay tax upon tax, which to me is wrong. I feel that needs to change.
Exactly, and
right.
And another thing, where they have a way to, you will buy your something up here on sale, and if you don't have that receipt, they're going to watch you and tell you, well, they Google say the price is $600. But dude, I didn't buy it for $600. I buy the thing as used.
Yeah, I agree with that. Those are the kind of things.
All this foolish thing that I do to people.
No, if he really wants to offset the pain of the cost of living, one of the things he can do is address those tax on tax practices that happen at the import points, at the ports, where the way the broker explained it is like you might have the VAT and the other taxes added back and then recalculated, which that's to me, that's criminal. I'm sorry.
Which is murder. They're killing people.
That is criminal. You should pay each tax once.
People.
I mean,
exactly.
Oh boy, that is criminal. And
then
so,
again, he went on a rant about the hospital. The nurses are complaining. I watched a video with a nurse who said 6 months she working, she have not get any pay. So don't come telling people about hospital and the not nurse, a doctor working and can't get paid. How you work for 6 months and don't gonna pay? And when they go, the poor lady saying they may give you a $200 and tell you hold on to that. Like when they got family to take care of.
Yeah.
So you bloat in Tango Hospital and the doctor then working like dog and ain't getting no pay.
Yeah, take your point.
For 6 months? That is ridiculous. Can you imagine, Jamsta, you work for 6 months and every month you go home and watch your wife and tell her, boy, the government ain't pay me yet, you know.
But I don't know why we mess
Can
with
you
the
imagine that?
essential folks, the doctors and the teachers. We shouldn't mess with folks like that. We need the teachers so we can get
Facts.
doctors, because the
Facts.
doctors came from teachers.
Facts.
We shouldn't be messing with people like that whose bread is important for
Exactly,
them to
people
show up to
livelihood
work.
for 6
Yeah.
months.
The so-called essential workers, right?
Yep.
Yeah.
6 months working and no
And they're
pay.
very essential, because if you don't have any doctors, what's going to happen to the patients you have in the
Exactly.
hospital? You're going to really get a bad name now for
Exactly.
having a tacky hospital.
Exactly.
If you don't have teachers, how are the students going to learn to become the doctors and the other professions that you need for the development of your country?
Another thing I wanted to point out was that it was nice to hear that the Ritz-Carlton is finally going to be built, but then the Ritz-Carlton was actually announced under another government. So, so it's good to know.
Exactly. And with this government, with them Jamsta, don't believe it until you see it.
Oh, that's what I do.
Do not believe it until you see it.
I don't
And
like.
when the ground breaks, still don't believe it until it's complete.
Yeah.
Because you know the record. You have anybody seen any golf on La Valley?
Yeah, I have a saying. I don't believe it until it's open for a week.
A week?
Yes.
Exactly.
I don't even believe it
Don't
when you have
believe
the
it
opening.
until You see people
Let it be
pushing
open
up
for a week.
going in it. Don't believe it.
Okay, so caller.
The record speaks for itself. But anyway, I'll let somebody else
Okay,
call
clear.
in.
It's
Have a good day,
8:30.
guys.
Yes, and caller call back. I was trying to take a call, but they hung up. And Kamal is supposed to be joining us soon, and he's going to be addressing his 2 songs. Okay, I think he might be at the door. So
You want me to get that? Okay. All right. So we know with that budget address yesterday, everybody is probably wondering what's next. When are we going to hear about the good news? Hoping that something happens again. And as someone said, the politicians are not our savior. Folks, we got to save ourselves. There's not much I think any one of them can do. To even be a politician, I think it's a difficult feat. So them trying their best to do what they can do, or for persons who might think they're not trying their best, they're, as we would say, they're hella dependent on us. Because we pay taxes in turn, our money helps to do varying things in our countries. And this federation is no different. So we will
For real.
continue to listen and hear what else the Prime Minister has to tell us. And hopefully he has some good news somewhere. Because people are still... I saw this guy, he makes fun on social media. He was saying last night he wanted to go to get a big fancy food somewhere, but look, he ended up at Uncle T's. And I'm like, oh boy, because he ain't get nothing.
I was gonna say something about that, but no, I'm not gonna say anything.
Don't. And we have our guest in studio. Good morning. Good
Except we're
morning.
gonna take a quick break and come back. Okay,
All
we're
right.
coming around with Issa Kamal. Gonna be
So we're
discussing.
going to take a break?
Yeah.
Okay.
So he's gonna discuss his 2 songs. Like I was telling you guys, he had offered to come and explain, break down the songs for people, and then he thickened the plot last Thursday. Was it last Thursday? Yeah, last Thursday. Okay, right. Yeah.
Really fast, yes.
Yeah. So
Uh-huh.
we're gonna take a listen to the 2 songs, and we're gonna discuss and make it interesting. Okay, we're gonna be back with the camel. That's a joke between us.
Found the sound 98.9. this holiday season. Use your CIBC Caribbean Visa credit or Visa debit card to book travel, shop online, buy gas, groceries, and everything else. And you could win up to $2,500 US.
Yes!
Win with joy with CIBC Caribbean. Lucky CIBC Caribbean cardholders like you will have the chance to win up to $2,500 US this holiday season just for using your card. Terms and conditions apply. Visit www.cibcfcib.com/cards The Joy of Giving for more details.
She exudes confidence. She has class. She is brilliant. She will become the next Miss St. Kitts and Nevis Queen. 6 stunning Queen ambassadors: Jutambi and Kelly, Vanessa Simon, Tiana Richards, Danica Dickinson, Tonya Manners, and Micaiah Collins. Each a vision of radiance, confidence, poise, and Kitty Vision pride will compete for one crown and one amazing opportunity. Ladies and gentlemen, prepare for an evening of charm, beauty, and sophistication, as all will be revealed at the Miss St. Kitts and Nevis Queen Pageant, a night of elegance, unfolding on Thursday, December 19th at Carnival Village. Secure your place at this extraordinary event at skncarnival.com, where tickets are just $50 easy dollars for adults and $30 for youth under 18. There's only one place to be: Sugar Marks 53. Physical tickets available from December 4th at Digital Retail Outlet, The Cable, First Federal Credit Union, Central Service Station, and the Culturama Secretariat in Nevis.
Ready to bring fresh color and style into your home? It's the Color and Style Savings Event at Hosford Building and Nevis Centers. Right now, get 25% off all paints and tiles store-wide. Transform any room with vibrant paints or refresh your floors with stunning tiles. And with 25% off, there's no better time to give your space that beautiful upgrade. So head to Hosford's Building and Nevis Centers and make your dream look a reality with 25% off all paints and tiles for a limited time only. Hurry in and paint, tile, and save today at Hosford's. Terms and conditions apply.
You ever hear Earthquake call and say, "Hello, Miss Lee, yes, it's me, Earthquake, I come in Tuesday around 10? No, sir. Earthquake does arrive unannounced, and when it come, it shake all sense and sensibility out of we. Remain calm, stay inside, and do the DCH. Drop, cover, hold on. Once the shaking starts, you know it's earthquake. Make a quick move to a safe place. Don't run to the door, we are in the exit. Stairs might broke up or full of people. Elevator, avoid that, because you might get in and poof, power gone, and you're stuck in that box without ear. Take cover under a strong table or a bed, or crouch against an inside wall or in a corner, and cover your face and your head with your arms. Remember, DCH, drop, cover, hold on. Glass windows and doors, outside walls and doors in an earthquake, bad news. Take care of yourself. Most injuries during earthquakes happen when something drop and hit people entering or exiting a building. Last thing, nobody run outside and ask, you feel it, you feel it? Remain calm, stay indoors until all the shaking stop, and do the DCH, drop, cover, hold on.
This message is sponsored by the Australian Government, AusAid, and produced by NEMA in collaboration with Win FM.
You know, as a country, we've been facing a lot. There's so many of us dying. There's so many of us experiencing some hardships, some serious hardships. It's nothing that we're not used to as a people. We can take from the knowledge and the wisdom of our ancestors to progress us to a future that is not only kind, but also prosperous and progressive. Sankofa, for those of you who don't know, is about going back and getting it so that we can push forward to something brighter. This one is deep, and I hope you understand all of it. It's the Giant's Lullaby. All stars,
Let's take them home. Sometimes I wonder if the giants of the past can hear us through the whispering grass. I guess we'll never know because we've come to be defiant of the wisdom that the giants came to pass. So how are we to grow? Yes, is it fair for me to say that the people of today have truly lost their way? Isn't culture meant to sway? Oh, but how are we to climb for the trials of our time if we continue to hold to our limiting paradigms? And though this world may fall, our ancestors rose through it all with the strength and the resilience and power to survive. That written can't survive. And to posterity we shall build. It's time to see and find that knowledge source from the great divine. Only then in our dreams we will achieve. This I do believe. When will we learn to communicate at last with those giants of the past?
Well, that's Issa Kamal. And is he here to communicate with the midgets of the present? Because I ain't no giant. I know Kortensia ain't no giant either. So
in my own right, I am.
Okay, I like your spirit.
Yeah,
that's right.
Mm-hmm. So, you remember at Spratnet?
Yeah.
I said,
which is the better recording, by the way. So
you think?
I am judging you right now for playing the one from semis. Like
you thought that was the better recording?
Yeah, because one, I'm not ashamed to say that a bus had on the stage for
on semis.
Yeah, really and truly. I don't know if I carried it off well, but yeah, I bus.
What? Why are you calling it a bus? Like you didn't remember your words, you stopped
Correct.
singing?
Yeah, there was like a huge gap.
So you don't have the thing in your ears where you hear your recording and you just sing like the artist would have?
No, we're not so fancy yet.
Not yet.
In the Calypso early in the air right now.
Okay. It hasn't reached yet. Okay. I thought. Okay, fair enough.
So, Giant's Lullaby.
Yes.
No, I'm beginning to form the picture of what the song is saying. But why giants?
So
Why not ancestors or just wonder? No.
Correct.
Yeah.
Yes. So the thematic premise behind the song is exactly what it's intended to be. I got the first line for the song when I was walking down the road from the lofty heights of Bird Rock, and I saw the curvature in the mountain range that we have, and I was inspired by Moana. You know, when at the end of the movie scene where I forgot her name, I don't want to pronounce it wrong, but it's like the goddess of the island after the big war with this fire god and stuff like that, and it's actually based on a true story within the Polynesian island states, right?
Okay.
Like she lied down to get her peace and her rest, and it's in her lullaby that she became the island, right?
Oh, okay.
Yes?
Yeah, I remember that.
And then peace continued to reign throughout the island in her rest and in her somber melodies that she would sing throughout the forests and stuff like that while she's sleeping. So I saw that in the curvature, because when I looked at St. Peter's Monkey Hill area, that looks like hips to me. You understand? And it's like...
Now you'll have me looking at the landscape.
Right? So we're getting the image a little bit more. And then the line came to me, sometimes I wonder if the giants of the past can hear us through the whispering grass. Right?
Yeah.
And I say that to say that we as a society, we've grown so commercialized and individualized. We're always moving towards the next material gain, you know? How much everybody's so concerned about the Christmas double that is not coming, you know, and instead of just giving thanks for the fact that we're alive still and we exist, you understand, and we're in this time, there's so many tragedies that are happening.
Yes.
We're all worried about the fact that, oh my God, you know, my bank account not going to look like how it's been all the time, you know, and can we learn to live little and live long?
Yeah.
You know,
So-
because that's what the giants of the past did.
Yeah.
You understand?
Yeah. That's why we have
Right?
that
Good point.
saying.
Good point.
Right?
That's
Good
why we
point.
had that
So-
saying.
Because
and
they
then-
did a lot with less.
Exactly.
Exact.
You understand? We didn't have we have so much at our fingertips right now, and we are complaining so much, right?
Yeah, you are correct.
And that's only one of the lessons that we can learn. I got inspired as well through a conversation I had with a friend 3 months ago, and we spoke in depth about the Sankofa principle, right? The Sankofa
Go back
principle.
and fetch it.
Yes, for most persons don't know, is go back and fetch it, right? And I think if we did a lot more of that, and we sought the information and the knowledge and the wisdom through the stories and the experiences of not only, and when I say ancestors, you know, a lot of persons going to think, oh, you know, the Africans that came here. That's why I didn't want to spell it out in the song, right?
And it's sort of like, I guess Sankofa could be interpreted as learn your history and learn from it. Right?
Correct.
Yeah.
Marcus Garvey
As
said
well.
it best.
Yep.
A people without knowledge of their culture is like
A tree without
roots.
roots, yeah.
Understand? And what sense does that make?
Exactly.
It's great to have pretty branches.
Yeah.
The leaves will always look bright, but you can't have that without
the
some
roots.
solid roots, right? And if you don't know where your roots are, then how can you continue to grow,
Yeah.
right? So there is that. And then I really wanted to, because people keep asking me, who are the giants you're talking about? And I watch them and I'm like, who are the giants you think influenced you, right? You know, I want persons to see this in multidimensional ways. Giants like those persons who have inspired us, our leaders, the Bradshaws, the
I was
Simmons,
just thinking about Mr. Bradshaw, funny enough.
even the icons, the Ellimats, the Mick Stokes.
Yep.
But it goes
Our
further
teachers.
than our teachers who have inspired us, the ones who have gone on.
Yep.
I also want us to think about our grandmothers, you know, our aunts, our uncles, who we've shared those close, intimate moments with. Because everybody likes to hype up a statue of, you know, some great, you know, oh, great icon. But we're not, and then we kind of shove aside the stories that the little old grandmother from the neighborhood used to come and tell us, you know, them things like, you know, wind, fall only know about when wind flows, something like that, you understand?
You
And
want to
then-
see fall bottom when wind blow.
Correct, you understand? I really gain inspiration from that, from being with my grandmother when I travel to Nevis often. And, you know, she told me something the other day. She was like, you know, I only turned 80 once, and so I'm learning this life too. And I was like, wow,
Yeah, look
that's
at that.
pretty insightful.
Because at 79, she had no idea what 80 would have hold.
Exactly.
Wow.
And so she
Oh,
says she's, even in her old age, she's learning to redirect, reposition, and refashion her life. And I'm like, wow, we still have some very stagnant and stubborn people in our society at 20, you know, or even 30 or 40, you know. So, I mean, that is what I need us to learn. Like, it's not just about picking out that one particular ancestral demographic. We just need to go back and get it. However we go back and get it.
Yeah.
Before we
That's
go
it.
on to maybe the inflammatory song, I wanted to ask you, how do you deal with, no, I am a, what should I say? I believe that Calypso and soca should evolve, right? And you know what prog rock is, progressive rock, and
Yes,
you know
yes.
they're progressive subgenres of every genre, where people try to evolve the art form, evolve the form, and bring new forms of expression,
Correct.
orchestration, and so on.
Yeah.
And you've been doing that, but how do you deal with the criticisms that say, oh, that's not Calypso?
I normally don't take them on.
Okay.
Right? If you allowed me to, I'm gonna go in depth and share a very intimate story. So, last year when I came back home, I relocated home. I came home with a mission to truly see how we can, or how I can learn from the landscape here in terms of artistry and creativity, and how I can also inject my own unique sensibilities within the timeline as well. You understand? I did not think that I would do as well as I did, or I would have done as well as I did last year in the Calypso arena, right? Because what I know of the Calypso arena is that there is a standard, there is a static code, right? I was very happy to get that kind of or receive that kind of love from a wide demographic of people.
Okay, not to derail you, but
first
just to answer this. So,
Yes.
so there's hope.
Yeah.
Okay,
no,
good.
definitely.
Go ahead. Go
so
ahead.
the
Okay.
one thing I realized about the Kittitian population when it comes to me is that they really love me or they really hate me.
So you're polarizing.
Yeah. So,
You're a
and I'm going to
polarizing
give you an
figure.
example of the really hate right now. So, I wasn't going to do the competition this year. I really was not. Like, the first song, Giant's Lullaby, was fully composed probably a week and a half before eliminations.
Oh, wow.
Right? The second song that you're going to play was composed a few days before semis. Because even after I did eliminations, I was like, the point has been made, I will now cop out. And then I keep having these conversations with these very inspirational friends of mine. And I'm so happy to have that circle. It's very important to have a circle of strength and confidence and love around you. as
And
a person.
inspiration.
You understand?
Did you write the horn chats?
I did. So we're going to talk about that too.
No wonder.
We're going to talk about that too.
I love the harmony.
Thank you.
Yes, yes.
No, I write all my music actually.
Yeah, okay.
With collaboration with one of the giants of the past as well, Beverly Gould Hodge. I always want to big her up because she was the first person when I did the Junior Calypso show. She wrote. Now she passed on to the afterlife about was it last year or 2 years ago? I try not to remember.
Oh, okay.
But I really try to channel her essence and everything when I go into composition for cultural sakes. And I think it's really the presence of her that allows me to write like this, right? So I was sharing that intimate story before you share that because I think it's important that I share this. There were many reasons why I wasn't going to enter the competition, but one very powerful reason is that, again, there were people who really, really hated me. And when I say really, really hated me, I was receiving death threats on the road for being the person that I am, right? I remember this one time, this guy stood on a corner. He showed me his gun and he pointed it right towards me.
Oh, wow.
Yeah, and have I done anything about that? No. Will I do anything about that? No. Why? Because I believe in the power of art. I believe in our power as a society to really grow out of our misguided paradigms. I think that's all it is. Like when we don't know, so we don't act, right? And I think as we continue to grow as a people, we'll be able to progressively respect the uniqueness and the differences within everybody. You know, like Adia said in her song, you know, we're all different.
We are.
And so I'm learning, you know, to take everything to the Creator. I'm learning that in my 27 years of existence, that it is more powerful to just take things to the Creator and, you know, just continue on your mission. You understand? Each of us have been given a mission and a mandate. This is why we're in this physical realm. And it's powerful when you could move past the shadows that come to you and continue to shine your light so that everyone can see and that we can shift the realness that exists, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so 8:52. So we want to move on to the other song. Okay, I'm gonna play it and let it explain itself, and then we can start the conversation. Okay.
You know what I find interesting, Moonlight? I could be walking down good in my good neighborhood, and some grit-one old man wants to come bust out with his usual, you know, bun batty man, fire upon all the anti-man them. However, what I am thinking about in my head is how is it that my essence is attracting the attention of a supposed heterosexual man in that moment? The only thing straight on him is the eye gaze he has towards me. They're not ready for that conversation, are they? We're going to give it to them anyways. All stars.
Okay, let's take this call. There's a caller coming in. Just pause it and we'll just continue. Caller, go right ahead for Kamal.
Okay.
Hi, caller, go right ahead. Okay. Okay, you lost your chance. Here comes the song.
wrong to now bring a song about all this dirty chatter spreading around? This cultural art ain't about singing fast, no, we sing on what is brought to our heart. So if you feel that hip, that means your cap well fit. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from talking about it. My God, you have an emotional intelligence deficit. Cause what if I swing my hand with grace, or if I have eclectic taste, or if I walk around with plenty rhythm in a way? Even Stevie Wonder can see is the artistry in me, allowing me to express so freely. I am not the one to blame for your internal conflict and shame. These men here don't know their place. I deserve my space in my very own damn country. It's the truth.
Man, I love them horns. So, talk to us.
All right, so yeah, let's talk about the horn. So, okay, so when I'm doing,
That's not the horns is not what people want to hear about though. So
I hear
leave the
some.
horns for another time.
I want to say that we watered down a lot of the instrumentation for the Giants Lullaby tour because of how the swift it was. So I'm giving faith that the band will be able to get it for the finals. So I'm really excited to do that. Same for this. Do we realize? I wish you played the whole song too, because
Okay,
a lot of
alright.
persons.
Okay, let's go. We got time. Let's go.
Okay, no problem.
Tell me, am I wrong to now bring a song about all this dirty chatter spreading around? This cultural art ain't about singing fast, no, we sing on what is brought to our heart. So if you feel that hip, that means your cap well fit. Ain't nobody gonna stop me from talking about it. My God, you have an emotional intelligence deficit. Cause what if I swing my hand with grace, or if I have eclectic taste, or if I walk around with plenty rhythm in a way? Even Stevie Wonder can see is the artistry in me, allowing me to express so freely. I am not the one to blame for your internal conflict and shame. These men here don't know their place. I deserve my space in my very own damn country. It's the truth. What's up my presence and mere existence, causing all these macho men to get tense? Is it my sin that I'm genuine or have morals, ethics, and discipline? My notable competence fuels my confidence. So don't come at me with your petty insolence. My guy, why are you so concerned on my sexual preference? What if I swing my hand with grace, or if I have eclectic taste, or if I walk around with plenty rhythm in ways? Even Stevie Wonder can see is the artistry in me, allowing me to express so I am not the one to blame for your internal conflict and shame. Huh. These men here don't know their place. I deserve my space in my very own damn country. Houston, we have a problem, and it seems to stem from the untouched insecurities in our men. And true, their misconstrued realities are a product of a parochial society. We must stop raise our voice so hypersexualized. This macho code must now stop be so idolized. Oh, let us raise better guys so our generation can rise. Cause what if we swing our hands with grace? Or if we have eclectic taste? Or if we walk around with plenty rhythm in the waist? Even Stevie Wonder can see it's the artistry in me, allowing me to express so freely. I am not the one to blame for your internal conflict and shame. These men here don't know their place. They know I deserve my space. Oh, you will not be the death of me in my very own damn country. Oh, everybody with sense, throw your right hand in the air. If you're ready to kick this stupid men out of here. All the bad mind and discrimination must done. Cause when we respect each other, we live together as one. So what if it's food? Every kitty with a boy with senses of a space. So what if he has good taste? Every kitty with a boy with senses of a space. So what if I hook and wait? Every kitty with a boy with senses of a space. Big man use a big disgrace. Every kitty with a boy with senses of a space.
Issa Kamal, that's the song. That's the second song. He's into the finals, and the song is called Every St. Kitts.
Every Kitty Vision boy with sense.
With sense.
Deserves a space.
This deserves a space.
Yeah.
Chris left out the with
guys, I
sense.
gotta leave you. Okay.
Oh,
All right.
Blessings to you for the season. You
You as
understand?
well. I know I will see you again.
All right. So, you see why I had to tell you that story now, in terms of everything that I was facing last year, being in the competition. And last year I was talking about it was a slightly abusing song, because I was like, young people always have ambition, and then here are these old great-one people. I wonder if I could say that on radio.
Well,
Anyways,
you already did.
It's been said. So these very.
Do you want to take a call?
Sure, no problem.
Let's take this call. Okay. Wow.
Yeah, there we go.
Hi, caller. Go right ahead. For Kamal. Hello.
Yeah, hello. Good morning, man.
Yeah. What's up?
Yeah, Jamsta. Good morning. This guy is the Kamal. How does he spell his first name, man? That's his Calypso name.
ISSA.
Okay,
Yeah.
and is he in the Monarch show?
Well, he's right here. He's right here. Why don't you ask him?
Yeah. I'm going into the finals.
Okay. Well, it's directed to him, really.
Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, I'm definitely in the finals.
Yeah, he's in the finals.
The finals with the show where Big Lights is going to be in the regular Calypso show, right?
Correct.
Yes.
Yeah, this song here, man. This song has summarized a lot of all of the discussions we've been having on these talk shows for this year. And Big Lights got to watch it with this song here. This song is very well put together. But let me ask this, Issa, let me ask you a question, man.
Right.
and I noticed you got some real kind of phrases in there. Some of these phrases, catchphrases you got in the song, is really interesting. These men don't know their place. You deserve your space. Who are you directing these comments to? These, can you summarize this song for the public that's listening in one
Well,
sentence?
that's yeah. Well, your call was kind of premature. He was about to do that.
Oh, no, that's fine. I always love having a discussion.
And these men, can you tell us who you're referring to directly? I know I can interpret this song.
Okay, Burl.
I'm right up on top of this.
Let him break it down, and then we can always take a call later.
Thank you. Thank you so much for your words of commendation and encouragement. I really do appreciate that. Who are the quote-unquote men I'm talking about, right? The men without sense, right? Basically, the persons in society who continue to berate and extend the modus operandi of hypermasculinity. But most persons don't believe in toxic masculinity. However, I do believe there is a point where it gets damaging to your mental health, where some men say, oh, big man don't cry. You understand? Or big man's supposed to walk like this, blah, 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 blah. You understand? And we have this very...
But Kamal, you do know, women say one thing, but then they really want something else. And y'all don't come for me because y'all know it's true. Well, meaning... They will say, oh, well, we want you all to be sensitive. But then when you're sensitive... Then it's a different story. They throw it in your face sooner or later.
That's what I was about to get into, the multidimensionalism of the word men, right? Mm-hmm. When you look at the Bible and you see the word man come up, right? We're told always that when you see man, it means all humans. So men, women, child, everybody, right? So the use of man... I use a lot of biblical references in this song, by the way. So the use of men has nothing to do with the particular gender of demographic. It means everybody, right? Because there are females and people who identify as men and women that, have they have very closed minds. That's what I want to say. I want to get real. It's very closed-minded. And that's how we don't see any kind of success in the society, because every time a youth with ambition comes along to do something, phenomenal, then it's a fight down, because it's like, big hen on the stage. I'm just referring to the comments that were given last year.
I'm going to be straight with you, right? Mm-hmm. I remember, when I figured out that you were gay, right? I noticed. Yeah. Wait. Pause. Let me finish.
No, I'm going to correct you here. Okay. Because never in the song did I actually mention my sexual preference.
Okay. But what I was saying, I found it interesting that you stopped using the name Christian. And I remember I was thinking, I guess he knows that, whatever his lifestyle is not acceptable and it's unchristian. So was I right in thinking that, or you just thought Kamal was a cooler name?
Well, first of all, I want everyone in the public to know that my sexual preference is my business. So however I identify is my business, and I want persons to start doing that, right? We need to stop casting aspersions, because I find it disrespectful when persons look at an individual and just want to say, oh, you're gay, or you're this, or you're that. You understand? So what? Don't do that. You understand? That was kind of disrespectful. Let's not do that, okay? Let's not do that in our society.
Okay, fair enough.
Right? Yeah. So, with that being said, though, the name change has nothing to do with that.
Okay.
Kamal and Issa are my middle names.
Yeah, I know Kamal is your middle name, but then I remember thinking, I was musing, I said, okay.
All right, that? Yeah. Right, so that is the issue in our society. That is what I am bringing up in this song.
Yeah,
we are focusing on the wrong things, very, very surface level in our thinking. You feel me? I go on stage and I'm trying to tell people, let's look at the way that we are raising our men in society and looking at how, quote unquote, the ideal man is supposed to be. right? And like really explore our horizons, broaden our horizons in how we can groom successful and very respectful, mature men in society who can be substantial citizens and really contribute in very, very progressive ways and productive ways, you understand? Because would you really rather have a guy who cannot express himself, who cannot communicate, who cannot speak, and then be like, oh, well, it's okay because, you know, whatever. And then you have somebody who is very articulate, you know, is very educated, very wise in words. And then you're like, oh, we can't have him around here because we have an assumption on who he sleeps with at night. You understand? Let us not focus on that. The focus of this song is actually not on addressing a particular sexual demographic in the society.
Okay.
The idea in this song is that every guy, regardless of how he dresses, looks, thinks, talks, but as long as he makes sense and he's not harmful to anybody, he deserves his space. That's all it is. And people will cast their aspersions like they always do. But it is what it is at the end of the day. So let's learn to love and respect each other, regardless of how it's presented. Can we just...
I get you.
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. Okay, we don't have any calls, but
I hope I summarized that well for the
yeah.
caller,
Yeah.
You're an instigator. I see you.
Me? No.
Yes, you are.
No. I'm not an instigator. Don't say that.
Yeah, but you see that's the kind of world that I live in. You understand? Like,
because originally when I spoke to you, I really wanted to talk about the first song because you remember the other song wasn't out yet. The other song wasn't out yet.
Correct.
So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's just that I thought, well, if he's here, we may as well talk about the other song, right?
No worries. And I think that's the one that's causing a lot of controversial stirs. And my mission with the artistry or the art that I put out is never for material gain. You understand? I'm not here to make a quick dollar on my art. Okay? I'm not here to, it's never really about receiving a crown. You understand? At the end of the day, if the mission and the mandate stretches forth and we are able to shift paradigms, expand horizons, and truly create a path towards a more, I want to say utopian, but utopia is dismal. But a world where we can be a little bit more loving and respecting of each other, then, I think that would be a great world, right? And let's stop looking at surface level things like, oh my God, what's his skin color? What's his sexual preference? How does he identify? That is not the point. The point is, how does he contribute? Are his words making sense? Are they inspiring the generations? Is he respectful with my kids? Because I know that's a lot of parents' concerns.
Yeah, I get you.
Does he make sure that he carries himself well? Is he looking to elevate his life in some sort of sense? You understand? The deeper than skin, the deeper than surface level conversations. And I think that is why songs like these have people in uproars a lot, because we don't like to think as a society. We have brains, but they're not functional, for want of a better term, right? And when we start to think too much, we have to embrace ourselves. And we don't want to face the fact that we are our own enemy and we are our own nightmare, Michael Jackson said it best when he said we have to look at the man in the mirror. We're looking at all of these external sources for saving grace when we really have to look at ourselves. How are we contributing to the derelict situation within our societies? How have we contributed to even the way that the Prime Minister has to speak with his budget address, right? So we're here, we're making lots of noise and fuss about we're not getting our Christmas bonus, but how have we contributed to that, right?
True.
How have our spending habits, how have our privileges throughout the years, however our greed, our want for things contributed to that. Now, I'm not saying this to say that, it wasn't beneficial for persons. I'm not saying that to say that. What I'm saying is that we're always looking for an external grace, an external handout. We've become that kind of society. We're not trying to look within and really tackle the shadows that we have within ourselves,
I mean, I talked earlier about how, people listen to an overlong speech from the Prime Minister just to hear one thing rather than looking at the bigger picture.
Minimum wage just increased.
Yes. Rather than looking at the bigger picture.
That just decreased, like...
They were just interested in their own selfish, tip of their nose concerns. Are we going to get a dividend? Without any concern for
everything else.
About everything else.
And that's fine, have your concerns.
No, that's fine, of course.
Understand.
But
let's
also
look at both pictures. Like, everybody wants to focus on.
It's also
all
very short-sighted, though. Which, when you think about it, that's what you're kind of saying.
Correct.
That we concentrate on the wrong things.
On the wrong things.
Yes.
Imagine I have a whole verse about looking at the way we raise our men, and all anyone is focused on is, well, what is Kamal? You understand? Like, everyone's like, oh, well, yeah, blah, 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 blah. And I'm just like, that's exactly why the song is here. This is exactly what we're focusing on the wrong things. How about we focus on the fact that we're not doing proper mental health care for our men in our society? You understand? Lots of men are going through lots of things. And the minute we start to express ourselves, it's very much like, oh my God, yeah, Bun Botty Man, well. I'm like, so when Jesus wept, was he also a Botty Man? Jesus wept. That's in the Bible. Check it out.
Although that's a kind of
he wept for the sins of the world.
That's a kind of...
He had a weight on his shoulder.
But that's a kind of impertinent conflation, though, right? Because those things are not really related. I mean,
are you sure? The weight that Jesus felt will never be the weight that men feel now. However, many men are facing weights on their shoulders that are that they cannot bear.
And not to belittle your point, but I just thought, the Jesus, you can't say, oh, he's less manly because he cried. I take the point, but it's a vast conflation, really, to me.
You see, but that's the point. Yeah. We're being very surface level, because why are we not using references like that? I made a mention of Micah the prophet in the song as well, right? And he made a prophecy of not really a utopian society, but a society where everyone respects each other and loves each other regardless of differences. That's also Bible. Y'all check it out. You understand? And I'm not calling myself the most prolific Christian out there. You understand? Again, how I identify religiously is my business, and my business alone, not anybody else's. I'm going to refer to a comment as well, because I see the comments online, and a comment online said, in other words, mind the business that pays you. You understand? And stop trying to focus on what everybody else is doing. Right?
Absolutely. Kamal, we're actually out of time, but I know you're welcome here anytime. I have some other people out there. And,
sure, no problem.
Yeah.
Thank you for allowing me this conversation.
Yes, of course.
Widens the eyes and the perspectives of persons who are speaking.
I think everyone is looking forward to the finals. That's on what, the 27th?
Next Friday.
Next Friday. Okay. So I wish you all the best for, and you know what we spoke about, so you need to think about that. But we'll talk about that.
Correct.
Because remember I was saying I had some ideas. Right? Yeah, of course. Of course, yeah.
All right, thank you for giving me this space.
Okay, Kamal, yeah.
I understand. All right, y'all have a good one. See y'all next Friday.
And all, happy Merry Christmas. Probably won't see you before Christmas.
You know, Wednesday is my birthday. Next Wednesday, the 25th, is my birthday.
Your birthday is Christmas Day? What?
Okay.
Merry Christmas.
Thank you.
Wow, it must be nice. You get 2 of everything, right?
Well, that's a conversation to have another time.
Fruit cake plus birthday cake. No, I mean, come on. They can. Nobody could. Nobody. If you made that argument, nobody could tell you you're wrong, right? Well, I need a fruitcake and I need a birthday cake. The end.
Right. Well, yeah.
Okay.
It happens.
Okay, Kama. Have a great day and Merry Christmas and happy birthday when you come.
Blessings.
Okay,
blessings.
cool.
To guard their lands and keep their rights, though they were forced into exile all the while, foreshadowing the fates of those who crossed thousands of miles to flip that script, restoring.
WINN is 98.9. 98.9 is Win FM.
It's that time of year to win big. Use your Republic Bank MasterCard today for a chance to win prepaid cards, a culinary priceless experience, and free groceries for 3 months. Terms and conditions apply. Visit our website or social media for more information.
Maybe it's the way the brilliant gold liquid reflects our sunshine, or how the bright blue of its label mirrors the clear Caribbean skies overhead. Maybe it's the fresh, crisp taste of this beastly cold beer on a scorching hot day. Maybe it's even the way it brings us all together. But one thing is for sure, Carib is very much a part of who we are wherever we're from in the Caribbean. Carib. It's the way we play. Drink responsibly.
Sweet like guava jam. So yeah, sweet like guava jam. Sweet like guava jam. Touch my body. I just think that I dance. My voice. So happy. Yeah, my say. Say you love me.
9:22. And I got a brief chat with Antigua and Soca artist Drastic. And joining him we have our very own Haley J. Drastic has been doing big things on the Antigua Soca scene for a while. You guys would have heard me play Sugary Waistline years back. I think that was my introduction to him. Well, he's here and just gonna have a little chat, reintroduce my listeners to Drastic.
What's up, my brother?
Yeah, I hope everything's fantastic.
Always.
Okay, so introduce yourself to the listeners.
What's up, St. Kitts and Nevis? It's your boy Drastic. I hail from the land of 268-365 Beaches, Antigua. And, I'm just here for the Christmas. I'm spending my Christmas in the Sugar City.
Is your first time here?
I have not been here since I was a teenager. I think the last time I was here, I was in university.
Okay.
But I haven't been here in about 20 years.
Wow. Okay.
Yeah, it's different now. A lot's changed.
For the better, I hope.
I remember when I first came in the first time. When I came St. Kitts, there was sugarcane fields everywhere.
Everywhere,
So
yeah.
when I came back this time, I was like, Haley, where the sugarcane fields?
I know. I know what you mean.
Yeah, man.
I remember I myself, when I went to study, right, when I went where Valley Mat is now, Haley, was all cane field. I came back and met Valley Mat. That was crazy.
I was, I don't know, I'm too young to remember.
Oh, you? Yeah. So, okay. So tell us a little bit about your soca exploits and how things been going for the past few years. So do you still live in the BVI or?
No, I'm in Canada.
Oh, you're in Canada.
So
Okay.
I flex between Canada and Antigua.
Canada and Antigua.
When it's winter time, I just run back over because black man can't deal with that snow thing. In the negative.
You're in
20
Toronto?
degrees. Yeah, I'm in Toronto.
Yeah. That's where I used to live as well.
Yeah,
Uh-huh.
it's a very diverse city,
Yeah,
so
it is.
I'm liking it.
So you run into Skinny a lot?
Yeah.
Okay, I figured. Yeah. I know he lives there. So Skinny,
Dr. J and all them, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I've always been an artist that does a plethora of different genres of music. So I always tell people I'm not a soca artist. I just happen to do soca.
Okay.
Because it's for the culture. But I would say my favorite genre of music is probably hip hop, and then dancehall, and then reggae, and then soca.
Okay. There's nothing wrong with that. I'm sure there's like one degree separating all those.
Yeah, because I grew up not really processing music in genres. I just used to
what you
do
like
music.
or what you feel, right?
Yeah, it's more of a feeling thing for me. So,
real artists up in here.
Yeah, so
I could tell that feeling thing vibe with y'all. Even Haley chimed in and said exactly.
Yeah, man, I got something for us to sneak peek with her too. We got something to sneak peek with her too. So, yeah.
So we can expect some. I guess we could expect some duets with you and Haley coming, right?
Absolutely. That's what I emailed you. I emailed you a sweet treat. It's not out yet. We just finished shooting the video for it, but I say it's only right that we let St. Kitts get.
So you want me to play?
Absolutely.
Okay. All right. Okay, so tell me a little bit about. So Haley, I know Haley doesn't. She wants it to be about you, but you're intrinsically linked. So I can't really leave you out of it, and especially like we know Haley. We love Haley, and to see her hooking up with someone someone whose music I always played.
Appreciate.
I think I'm probably the only person here that played your stuff. Well, ain't nobody got contacts like me, so
that is it.
That
is it.
So,
boasting much.
Yeah, boasting much. Yeah, with boasting with pride.
As you should.
Yeah, but no. I used to play Sugary Waistline a lot. I remember when it came out. That's a pretty cool song. And I actually remember thinking at the time, I always found that the Sugar City artists, St. Kitts Nevis artists, I always found that artists from other islands always came up with these concepts that I thought, well, how come someone from St. Kitts never thought of that? Sugary Waistline, right?
Right.
Then there was this song with David Rudder and I don't remember who it was. It was on the Glow soundtrack. Island, my sugar, my sugar island, my sweet, sweet island. And I remember thinking, why, how come some from Sugar City didn't think of that?
Right?
You know what I mean?
Maybe they thought it was too cliche.
I don't know. Yeah. So Sugary Waistline, I thought that song was pretty cool. I used to play that a lot.
Thank you. I appreciate it.
Yeah.
No, it's Guava Jam season.
He like a lot of sweetness in his lyrics.
The folks back home, I was teasing. They like we could come to Drastic to talk about something sweet because I had Sugar Waistline, I had mango, I had.
You on the mango rhythm?
Yeah.
Yeah, I had the whole rhythm. Yeah, okay, but yeah, that was an interesting rhythm. I actually thought that was a cool rhythm.
Shout out Just Bus.
Yeah. Where's Just Bus from?
He's Antiguan. He's from Antigua.
Okay, that's what I thought, but I wasn't sure.
Currently up in Seattle right now.
Okay. Let's get him a little bit of Guava Jam while I set up the other track.
Let's go.
I just think none of gas. No matter what. So what? Yeah, my side. Say you love me. Touch my body. Hold me tight. In the morning. Do the night. She says sex me. Caress me. She want me all around her waist. Draw back on it. She want me give a little wine, darling. Sugar, oh yeah. She want me take my time on it, mommy, oh yeah. She wanna blow my pipe, she ready blow my mind, yeah. She put my hand around her waist, roll it, roll it, roll it. I can't tell she afraid. Show me, show me, show me. You gon' make me bring out the best, darling. Oh me, oh yes. Smash that and repair. I know you like it on the bed. Say you love me one more time. Touch my body, hold me tight. In the morning, do the night. She says sex me, caress me. Say you love me one more time. Touch my body, hold me tight. In the morning, do the night. She says sex me, caress me. She want me all around her waist.
All the way from the UK, Ewan says, nice tune. So you're doing something right, Drastic. In case you're just joining us, it's 9:30. Drastic, Antigua musical artist. Let's not do the soca thing. Just happens to do soca as part of his oeuvre, right? So Burl is saying, can Drastic give his contact information, please, for those persons that may want to reach out to him? Thanks. Also, before you leave, if you have your music for sale on iTunes, you can let them know where, what to look for and everything. Well, obviously Drastic, but I'm sure he might have some other sites that might be selling his music. So that's a great tune. I was over here vibing while I set up the other track. So who was the producer?
Guava Jam. That was Press the Button out of BVI.
Okay. You know Kamal?
Of course.
Kamal Georges.
We co-wrote a couple of songs with Destro, Sherwin Winchester.
Oh, so you co-wrote Ooh La La La?
Yeah.
Okay.
Jamsta,
Cool.
I don't think that he's mentioning enough of himself.
I know, because I see at Philip all over. I see
nominated artist, like
as a writer.
Yeah.
I figured which song.
Yeah, we wrote Jack Cure's last two albums, The Cure and Royal Soldier. I co-wrote and produced a bunch of songs on both albums, and
Cool.
we received our Grammy nomination twice for both albums.
I think I saw. Was it an article in Billboard?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I get Billboard emails. I seem to remember. Yeah, I seem to remember seeing that.
Yeah.
I didn't make the connection, but
and
because they were talking about some other Caribbean people, so maybe the ad Philip Pap didn't jump out.
There you go.
But, very cool. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay.
And recently, I did some writing for Nyla Blackman. Her song "Not Your Gal." And I don't even know. I've been working. I've been putting in the work.
Okay, that's good. So you have like a publishing deal?
No, I don't.
Oh, you don't?
No, I'm an indie artist. I don't have a manager.
So, oh really? Okay,
Yeah.
but I mean, given the fact that you end up writing for these people, you don't see any let's say promise in maybe having at least a publishing deal where you can service songs to artists.
That would be awesome. That is goals.
Okay.
That is goals.
All right.
Trying to find those connects to get those things done.
Okay.
Actually, yeah. Which is why I left Antigua and went over to Canada. Just to spread the wings, seek new opportunities, because the music industry back home is still not fully developed.
And it's funny because over here, I mean, Haley would probably tell you, over here we see Antigua as so much further ahead than us, in a way. Because, I mean, for example, the Antiguan, I don't know, the Antiguan artists, their songs get a lot further than us. I mean, I think they're even more. They get more play in it to the Trinidad and Barbados market. There's a lot more cross pollination between Antiguans, Bajans, and the other islands than there is with St. Kitts.
Probably because a man like Drew. You know, yeah, big up Ricardo.
But even before that, though.
And Short Shirt, man like Short Shirt went to Trinidad.
And Swallow was big. Swallow. You know, Burning Flames. You know, were big. LA Crew. There you go. You know, so. But so it's
and what it was back in the day when an artist won the Soca Monarch, they automatically was placed into the Trinidad's International Soca Monarch. That's what it was. Yeah.
Actually, the minister here, Samal, he's the Minister of Culture. He had a press conference, I think it was about 2 weeks ago. And one of the questions that I asked the newsroom to ask was whether they were going to support whoever won the Soca Monarch to go to the Trinidad. Because the same thing applies here. You get to go. But because the setup it's not the International Soca Monarch per se, as in not that they're not going to allow, but it's not the same organization.
Yeah, I don't even think they have a Soca Monarch anymore.
No, they're having it this year.
Yeah?
Yeah, the government announced that they were they were giving them some money, but they were doing some restructuring because it's not exactly the same organizing committee. So I think Samal had said, what Samal told them was that they were still trying to find out exactly what they were planning to do in Trinidad. Yeah, exactly. What they were going to do, if they were going to still allow people. I think they probably will, because that was always fun. I mean, when Mr. Killer went there, one run with it.
They didn't like that.
You didn't get that impression?
They didn't like that. Nah, it was a lot of confusion behind the scenes. But I digress.
Yeah,
I keep out of the politics.
It was kind of touching to see him crying on stage, though, because like he couldn't believe that he actually won. But that song really deserved it.
Exactly.
You know? But it's funny, you never get that. You never get that. To me, I never got that with Trinidadians. You always got the impression that as long as the music was good, they didn't care what island you were from. Maybe I'm wrong. But I guess, this dude from Grenada goes with all the money, so then that's a problem, right? So maybe, it comes out to the money, right? Don't mess with the money.
That's like me the other day. I did Canada's Got Talent, and I got to like the second round, and I got all yeses from the judges, standing ovation, judges getting up and dancing, and then they didn't pass me to the finals.
Okay.
Because it's like, well, you can't give all the $1 million Canadian to the
what kind of song you sang?
I did my song, Oh Yeah.
Oh, so it's a soca song?
It's a cross between soca and dancehall.
Okay, all right.
Yeah.
Well, the problem. I remember when I was studying. Actually, you know who? You must have heard of Clive Davis.
Yeah.
Clive Davis came there one time for Music Week, Canadian Music Week, and he gave them an earful about the disrespect the Canadian music industry had for black music.
Yeah,
this was literally a thing. Like, he was like, "Are you people crazy? You have all this talent here, and you're at the time you had people like Cardinal Official, Thrust.
He's one of the judges. Cardinal,
Chuck Clear, all those people.
They recently removed reggae and gospel from the Juno Awards up there, and so people kicked up about it. So they put back in the reggae.
There you go.
But just like what you say, it's
there you go.
Yeah.
And like I used to be upset when I go to HMV and then downstairs, was the black music, right?
Yeah.
But I always found that the white employees there, they had this kind of dismissive attitude towards black music. They just call everything dance music, and that used to make me, used to rankle me.
Yeah.
So like I'd go in there and ask for I actually distinctly remember. I remember I was looking for a Michelle Ndege, Michelle Ndege or cello. Yeah. I was looking for her new album at the time, and I went in and I said, "Where's the new Michelle Ndege or cello?" And because I didn't find it where I was expecting. I said, "Oh, it's in the dance section." I said, "But that's not dance music." Yeah, I remember that distinctly. It's not dance music. Yeah. They just lump everything black is dance music. So a Short Shirt City would be there and it's dance music, just because he's black.
Hey, it makes you dance.
Yeah. So I got this new track here.
Is that what? That's the me and Haley there?
Yeah, I got it queued up. You ready, right?
And you see all them tracks in that folder. That's all new music because I be dropping music like every 2 weeks.
Okay.
So, but
you have my email now, so
this song here, produced by Just Bus as well. It's an interesting combo.
Wait, Just Bus is the one who produced the Tuesday on the Rocks rhythm, right? Let me tell.
Yep.
Oh, listen.
Yep.
That rhythm is
Gal Season's rhythm. Yeah.
Gal Season, right?
That
rhythm. Yeah, I'm telling you.
I still play it to this day.
I'm telling you. We should do a song on it. No. Good music is always good music. It doesn't get dated, right?
And we're in an era actually where a lot of the artists them are actually doing songs on the old rhythms.
On the old
like
rhythms.
They're recycling the old rhythms.
Exactly. Yeah. Okay, so set up this duet with you and Haley J, because our fans out there.
It's called Tricks.
Tricks.
The cereal with the bunny.
TRX.
And they say tricks for kids, So we adults, so they say tricks to the kids, and we breaking the rules then, because
Okay, so we can drop it or what?
Yeah, man. Saying kids, this song is not out yet, but it's only right. I want y'all to hear what we got coming for you. Music video done and everything. We're gonna be dropping this song more than likely in January, so you heard it here first.
Okay, here we go.
Oh, that's Hurricane.
Oh, it is? Oh, that's the one you sent me.
The Tricks is on the flash drive.
Oh, on the flash drive.
Yeah.
Oh,
but Hurricane is what I just released 2 days ago.
Okay, Tricks. So it will be on the same.
We're going to come back to Hurricane.
Oh, here we go. Okay, yeah. I got it. Okay. So here we go. Tricks. Drastic and Haley.
You don't know what the voice of the one called Drastic or the original, no plastic. So happen. Yo, Haley. I'ma talk to you, babe.
You hold it down like an empress, like a soldier. Don't you know that your love give me power?
Are you alone on the throne? Yeah, boy, you own that. Let me climb from the pole like a ladder.
Come, baby, sing on the mic, it's your solo.
Make the gear shift like a bike too. And when we ride, we go off-road.
Freestyle up and down, yo. I heard them say tricks of the kids.
Well, tonight we're gonna break some rules.
Take as many licks as you wish.
When you're ready, I'ma put it on you.
That tight grip that you have.
I'm in love with everything on you.
Light up and get lifted.
And we more than just kissing.
Y'all calling me full up, yeah. Full up, yeah. Ay.
Full up, okay. Full up. You turn me on like a switch, pull me like a magnet. Oh, you really touch my soul like magic.
Scream as loud as you wish. You could call me papi. This remote make you talk in Spanish. When we are on the sheets, after when she done free.
Me, I beg you, complete.
Satisfaction complete. Girl, you know I'm a beast.
Got me shaking in my knees.
Now she wanna go to sleep.
Jeez. But let me full up, yeah. Full up, yeah.
Hey. Full up, yeah. Okay.
Full up. Oh yeah. Oh. Haley J, Drastic, so hoppin'.
Sign out.
Man, that's dope.
Thank you.
Drastic and Haley. Tricks.
It's coming.
See Haley?
What I see?
I told you not to stop. I remember one time I remember, you probably don't even remember what it was. It was Central Street here by TDC. And I think you had just come back from Jamaica, and you said, that's
a long time.
Yeah, and I said, you said, well, I think I'm gonna stop. I said, nah, you shouldn't stop. You need to keep at it. Yeah. You remember, right?
I wanted to stop so many times.
I know. Well,
It's not as easy as it seems. You know.
I know it isn't. Yeah. Okay, so Mano, this is great music. So I guess at some point you're gonna send me all that stuff,
Well,
right?
hey, you have full permission to continue playing it, you know. Yeah.
Oh, but you have your drive. I mean,
I'll put it in your inbox.
Okay,
Yeah,
great. Yeah,
I'll load you up.
Okay.
I'll load you up.
And you know Haley, I guess have you ever heard the track that Haley did?
Which one?
There was a what's the name of that again? The Independence thing.
You know the one with me and De Jour?
Yes.
Yes.
You've heard that?
Yes.
Okay.
Speaking of De Jour, we had a studio session last night.
Oh.
So y'all know.
Okay. That's gonna be good. That's it needs more of that. I'm glad you brought that up because I criticize them all the time. I tell them, let me say critique because, you know, it's constructive criticism. I always tell them, I said, how is it all these people come here? You see Pumpa. Pumpa is from St. Kitts, as you know.
Mm-hmm.
Pumpa has a song with Marshall Montana. Pumpa is on all the hot down the island Trinidad rhythms, Barbados rhythms, with King Bubba and all kind of thing.
Yeah.
How is it all these people come here and never once do you see a collab between a St. Kitts artist? I don't understand it.
Yeah.
And they can't give me a good answer. They just look at me open-mouthed like, I said, what is wrong? What's wrong with you guys?
Sometimes it's just something as simple as just reaching out. You know,
But I mean, why do we have to be so different in the worst way than every other island? Everybody, we just want to be, like I tell them, they don't just want to be big fish in a small pond.
We have similar vibes back home, but like.
But I feel like the Antiguans
it's worse.
Much worse.
Yeah.
I just know I couldn't come here and not put in some work with the artists them here, you know. And I it's people that I know for a long while that I just never met. I know of De Jour from since my start music, and never met him. So when I was coming here and I was asking Haley, yo, which artist should I link up with and collaborate? And the first name she mentioned was Akai Sweet and De Jour. So I was like, okay. And I instantly messaged De Jour on Instagram and he responded back, yo, bro, Drastic, of course I know you, bro. We have to link. And I was like,
Haley is on point.
You know. So that's what it is. Me and Akai Sweet gotta do something too. Me and Jeezy Sparta friends as well. I've been talking to him forever.
He said, bless up me artist.
Jeezy?
Yeah,
man, one Jeezy Sparta, you mean? Yeah, man.
So Jeezy, you really need to get going and hook up with dude.
Yeah, man.
Yeah.
I mean, and understand that, like, I'm on vacation. I'm here to enjoy my Christmas. But yesterday I landed, and yesterday I reached out to everybody. And last night, about 10 o'clock, De Jour said, yo, you welcome studio. And Haley's like, boy, you need to rest. You got radio early in the morning. And I'm like, boy, work, you know. Because it's like, I don't want to miss any opportunity. Like, I feel like if you push it back, it just mightn't happen. You never know because you don't know how the rest of the trip going to go. It's not like I have a planned out trip. You know, I'm just freestyling it. So I was just like, let's go. We went down all the way out in Old Road. We have an Old Road in Antigua, by the way.
Yeah.
We went all the way out in Old Road. And
y'all have an Old Rum too, right?
Yeah.
And we have an Old Rum too.
No, Old Road Rum? No, we don't.
No, you have Old Rum.
We have English Harbor Rum and
English
Cavalier
Harbor,
Rum.
yeah. Okay. All
You
right.
know, and you know, the man let me hear some of his songs, and I was just like, these are fire. And Church, shout out Church.
Scratchy Bama.
Yeah. What's the studio?
Gangway.
Gangway. Yeah. The man started running me some instrumentals there, and I heard one that I like, and we started writing. You know, we finished. Honestly,
like 2:30.
We finished 2:30 in the morning.
That's good.
It's what it is. I refused. She's like, boy, you gotta go sleep. I was like,
you clearly have the right idea because you left Antigua because you wanted more, and you came here and you hooked up with an artist, something which they themselves don't do. How can you have Kes coming here twice a year sometimes, and no one Ruckus? I mean, even some of the promising guys, Ruckus. None of these guys have ever said, let me see if I can.
I gotta go meet Ruckus too. I know Ruckus from since back in the day when he used to produce for
You know, he did a song with Menace. He had a song with Menace.
Yeah. Yes. I know them man and Highlight and all them man from back in the day. When them man used to produce for Rolentia and them things there. So it's like it's just timing, you know. I finally here, so we're gonna get some stuff done, man. That's all.
Yeah, glad to hear it. Okay, let's take a call before we wrap this. Call. Okay, let's go in here. Caller, go right ahead. Okay, let's say we lost those. That happens sometimes. But yeah, big song, big dreams, big vibes. I'm getting. Drastic and Haley. Caller, go right ahead. It's 9:48.
Good morning, Jamsta.
Hey, what's up?
Good morning, Kortensia and Jay Black.
They're not here, but
Happy
go ahead.
Christmas when it come, everybody.
Blessed Christmas.
Jamsta, we on the road want poor people to know. We want poor people to know that be careful, and especially some of these young shuffles. I'm play with I no more, you know. If I kill people like that, we gonna go do I or something.
Okay. Jam down. Okay, he's not even listening to radio. I don't understand.
Missing him on the call for talking about the music.
Welcome to St. Kitts.
Hey, we have those two back home. Trust.
Dude calls a purpose of nothing. Start talking about something else completely different. Okay, so Drastic, Haley, I'll give you guys the last word before we wrap.
You say somebody was asking me to give.
Oh yeah, the iTunes. Yeah, someone was here asking about.
It's just Drastic on iTunes, Spotify, everything. DRASTIC, normal spelling. You can subscribe to my YouTube channel, Drazzy TV. There's Drastic Vivo. I'm on Instagram at This Is Drastic.
Oh, you have a Vivo channel.
Yeah,
as well.
just starting to build that up. I just released a dancehall track called Friends on there. Music video is out for that. Just Google Drastic. All the music will show up. I'm on Spotify. Follow me.
Okay. Did you take part in the Soccer Monarch this year?
I did. I was a finalist. Yeah.
Okay.
What did I enter with? So this year they removed the groovy category and made it a one category thing, but I still entered with a groovy song.
Okay.
And went up against all the jumpy man them because I wanted to prove that groovy belonged in the competition and you can't take it out. And I did so well and on my presentation that the people, the patrons, them just like, nah, y'all have to bring back groovy, and so they're bringing back groovy.
Actually,
that was my mission.
Yeah, we had a similar thing last year. We only had Power last year, and they brought back the groovy this year.
Yeah, man. I did a song called Partaway. Very beautiful song.
I think I have that. That name, yeah.
Yeah, Berger should have sent you that.
Yeah.
So,
okay.
And I had a jumpy too, and I could have entered with my jumpy because my jumpy was very popular, called Adi Iron. But
which rhythm that was on?
My rhythm.
Oh, a one-off thing. Okay.
Yeah. So. Okay. But I don't mind making it a rhythm, so I don't mind. There's always room. There's always room.
Okay, man. I want you to get at least one call before you go. Caller, go right ahead for Drastic and Haley.
Hey, Jamsta,
hey.
Let me get back in with the guys that the guests
Okay.
got on
Yeah,
there.
please be
The
brief.
caller
Yeah.
dropped out.
Mhm.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah. Let me ask you a question, Jamsta. Is there any local record labels there who's harnessing the talent locally to get them ready for the international scene so that they can be signed on the international market?
Well, not record labels in the way you're thinking, more production companies, and it's more like that, not record labels per se.
Okay.
Yeah, there's no labels.
This is that tricks track, man, should gain some recognition internationally. You got a good beat, and it could compete on the international stage. But this guy Drastic and the lady that's there, Haley J, right?
Yeah.
Why can't we get them put a plug in to bring them back next year for Music Fest? And don't forget, man, if this guy can give us his contact information before he roll out. Thanks a lot.
Yeah, he did already, but okay.
I'll leave my number and my email as well.
Yeah.
So the number is 437-551-9594. 437-551-9594. And the email is bookingsdrastic@gmail.com. BOOKINGSDRASTIC@gmail.com. Music Fest St. Kitts to be on that has been one of my biggest dreams and biggest goals. I've been trying to get on that forever. So if that can happen for 2025, and I promise I wouldn't even disappoint. Like I'm ready. Like,
I'm really feeling that reggae track is. I mean, no, all the tracks, but the reggae. I mean, I wasn't expecting, and that beat, right? The thing I could tell you as a DJ, sometimes with the amount of music I have to go through and assess, I can, in 2 seconds, I can tell.
Right.
You know that?
I know that's exactly what you was about to say.
Yeah. Oh, you know that's what I was gonna say. Yeah.
I'm the same way.
Yeah.
If it don't resonate within like 2
seconds,
like
sometimes the person even have to start singing.
Yeah.
You already know. You're like, oh yeah. Okay.
Yeah, the max is like 15 seconds.
Yeah.
They always said that you can tell like, if a record is a hit within 15 seconds.
Yeah. Cause sometimes I'm rifling through. I'm like, okay, yeah, that's cool. On to the next one, you know.
Yeah.
Okay, Drastic and Haley, this was fun, and I'm expecting big things from you guys in the future.
Honored to finally meet you in the flesh.
Okay,
and
all right.
come on your show.
All right.
I mean, forward on your show. Sorry.
I have to email Burger and tell him, hey, I'm at Drastic.
Yeah, we're gonna take a picture, man. We can send Burger.
Okay.
You know.
And I wish you guys the best for Christmas and Carnival.
Yeah, hopefully I get on a truck.
You're going to get to experience Christmas and Carnival.
Yes.
It's kind of schizophrenic, but we get it to work. We get it to work, you know.
Oh, and in regards to what the guy was saying, it's funny because one of the struggles I think we have as independent artists in the small islands, because first off, we're in the small islands, so we don't have the numbers like the bigger islands.
Yeah.
Jamaica have millions of people, Trinidad have millions of people, so their songs have the potential to go viral and bust right there in their own location. We don't have that.
And just by dint of that, someone outside pays attention.
Exactly. That's one of the things is the numbers game, is the population, and then we don't have the record labels, like big record labels. I mean, big up West Bank Records, that's out of BVI, Kissinger, them that signed Byron Messiah. But like generally, you don't have any labels like that per se. We don't have investors. It's hard finding people that believe, or it's hard selling the dream to investors. Like they don't see how it works. You know?
Yeah.
But I've always been a firm believer that if we have the right backing, the right funding, investors, that we could definitely bust out there, because that's what the labels, that's what artists that are signed to major labels have that independent artists don't have. It's just that they have a big budget for marketing.
Yes, exactly.
So they can blast a release on thousands of radio stations one time at the same day. You know, but it costs money. Like you want to put your songs on, let's say 5 radio stations over in Nigeria, it's going to run you about 28 grand US, and that's just 5 radio stations. So a lot of the times record labels spend minimum $250,000 on one single. They spend up to $1 million on a single. You know what I mean? So that's what it is. We just lacking investors and the right opportunities, and sometimes even just to work with the right producers. Like you can imagine if Haley J or me get to work with a man like Russian. You know, you're gone.
For real.
You know what I mean? So that's what it is. It's just the right connects. And in the music industry, I find that nobody helps you. Like the folks on top, they don't help you. They don't plug you in. I've heard people that I personally know say, "Oh, I can't help Drastic because it's gonna take food off of my plate." And I'm like, "How? There's enough for all of us to eat." You know, so is what it is. You just gotta keep going until your time come.
That's what I meant by like it's not as easy as it seems. Like people always telling me like, "Yo, Haley, you got a lot of contacts, you gotta use them," but it don't work like that.
Yeah.
It don't work like that.
It's true. For real. Yeah, well, guys, this was great, and I hope we get to do this once again. Go feed up the man with some St. Kitts fruit cake and ham, and let him understand that Christmas and Carnival can coexist.
Oh yeah, he gonna get the fillet.
What I had yesterday? What food I had yesterday?
You had oxtail.
From where?
Rock lobster.
Oh my gosh, it was so good.
Rock Lobster has
They do lunch
oxtail?
now.
They serve lunch now, yeah.
Oxtail?
Oh yeah.
Really?
Oh yeah.
Okay.
Go get that.
Yeah. I didn't
Fall
need-
off the boom.
Thanks for telling me that.
You're welcome.
Okay.
But yeah, man, St. Kitts, I don't know. Big up. If y'all see me around, don't be afraid to approach me. I don't bite, even though I have teeth.
Okay, Drastic.
And
Same.
it's your girl Haley J. You can follow me on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook at Sugar City Girl. Sugar spelled without the R.
Okay, cool.
Yeah.
And Drastic, regular spelling. You can check that on iTunes and check out the tunes.
iTunes, Spotify, all the
Yes.
major platforms. Instagram is This Is Drastic, THISIZ Drastic.
And for sure, wherever I play, I'll be playing his music. He has my email out.
And if you need some jingles, drops, dub plates,
Yeah,
whatever, I can
that'd be
sort
nice.
All of that.
Okay.
I brought my equipment. I don't play.
Okay. Drastic and Haley, big up.
Bless
okay.
up.
Well, easy, you don't know what the voice of the one called Drastic, or the original, no plastic. So happen. Yo, Haley. I'ma talk to you, babe.
You hold it down like an empress, like a soldier. Don't you know that your love give me power? Are you alone on the throne? Yeah, boy, you own that. Let me climb on the pole like a ladder.
Hey, that's
My kiss your solo.
had a lick a little bit more of that track. Tricks. That's Drastic and Haley, our very own Haley. Okay, so that's gonna do it for RNT for today. We're gonna be back tomorrow, and we should have had Sugar Fix, but we didn't have anyone showing up, so we just continued. But anyways, that's gonna do it for RNT on behalf of Kortensia and Jay Black. This is Jamsta signing off.
And we more than just kissing.
Y'all calling me full up.